Okay, we are live. I'm showing we're live. Okay, sorry everybody, we had some serious technical difficulties, and as far as I'm concerned, still having technical difficulties. like, I can't connect to Google. I'm in Thailand. My name is Danielle, and we do these weekly hangouts. So you introduce you to the team, and you can find out what's going on, why we're so excited, why we're having success. And I can't connect to Skype. I can't connect to Google. I've tried every browser, so I mean, this is, yeah, we're starting late. This is just really so unlike us, for this to happen. So let me tell you a little bit about who we got here. Actually, we got people here I don't even know. This is really cool because I probably get paid from these people also. So that's kind of cool. So I'll just introduce myself, Danielle. I'm in Thailand, and I came here about 8.5 years ago, and I was teaching English. English is the second language to the Thai people, mostly the Thai government, teaching in a really good language school. Busy, making good money, just the highest paid teacher in the school. And one day I got fired. I got fired for nothing really that I did, other than I turned in my student reports and grades and everything else directly to human resources of one of the top levels of the Thai government. And when the school submitted their report, it was different. The school, doctored their reports a little bit to try to make themselves look good, and they didn't look good. They lost face for lying, so they just fired me. That's when I realized that if I needed to teach to live in Thailand, if I didn't teach, excuse me, I couldn't live here. So what I did was I took to the internet, and I've been living in Thailand for 8.5 years. I taught English for a couple years, 2.5 years, and it's only really until now that I'm having success. It's only now that I'm really focused on one thing, and it's really all coming together. Hey Ben, I think you can hear me.
Hey, I can hear you. I was just on mute.
Okay, good. Yeah, we just I couldn't. I was saying earlier I could not connect to Google. I can't like go to google.com. I don't know what it is. Actually, Jude in Australia is having the same problem. So what I did was I've tried all the different programs. I tried affiliate marketing, and I I heard about ILN when I was in another company, but I was in another company, and I'll tell you what, you can be loyal to your company, and that loyalty can keep you broke. It kept me broke. I was just I'm not changing, I'm not changing, I'm not changing, and it kept me broke. Now I'm making money. Now I'm having success. Now my stress is over. Now I can see the six-figure income in my sights. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. And I'll let some other people talk and share what this is all about. Glenn, you're always good for this.
All right, I'm Glenn. I'm a realtor by day, but I'm also an internet marketer. I'm also do a business networking. Hey Ben, nice to meet you face to face finally. That's awesome. Um, my story is I got introduced to a program about a year and a half ago. I said I'm going to try this thing. I gave it 1 year. I didn't bring in one person. I had no sponsor. I had just I have no idea what I was doing. And I thought, okay, well, I learned a ton of stuff along the way. And then I found in March I got introduced to ILN, and I watched the first training video. I watched the Vincent stuff. Vincent's great, but Mark is what connected with me, and I saw that and I just went, yes, that's the message that I've been waiting for. That I'll be able to get behind and completely 100% push this. And as I get deeper into the training, it wows me all the time. So that's kind of where I'm coming from. I love it. I'm about residual income. I've got other streams coming in. I'm just continuing to work on these streams, and it's fantastic. And ILN, and I do, like you, Danielle, I see that 10K a month figure no problem coming down, especially with the new training that's coming on. I'm excited about Angie's training. We just had training last night that came on by the two. I can't remember the names for some reason. I don't know. It's blanked. But anyway, that's my story, and I'll pass it on to whoever wants to go next. I don't know.
Yeah, Ben, why don't you go next? Let me introduce Ben. Ben is my sponsor, and Ben and I have connected for a long time. And I've been, you watch what someone does, you watch and watch and watch, and when comes down to it, you see what a person's doing, you see the success they're having, you see something that you can follow, you see someone who's actually, working with a team, putting out value for the team, and that's why I joined Ben. And Ben, how you liking the U.S.?
It's good. It's good, Danielle. It's like learning a new language right now for me. Seriously,
Oh, I'll
it's
bet.
well, let me give you an example. I think you probably saw this on Facebook, but the other day I said to Angie, I'm just going to put something in the boot of the car, and she just did not have a clue what I was on about. I said, she's like, what do you mean the boot of the car? I was like, and she's like, oh, you mean the trunk? And I was like, what, you want me to put my stuff in inside an elephant's nose, the trunk of a car? It's totally, that's the difference between UK English and US English. It's
Well,
really...
a trunk is something to put stuff in, like a big box.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Yeah, so you're probably putting, like I said, you're probably putting a brolly in the boot.
but yeah, we're having fun. I mean, the last 6-7 months I've been to say I've been all around the world is not far off. It's pretty accurate. I've been to Portugal, Miami, went through Atlanta, Philadelphia. Where was I last month? It's really getting to that point where I'm forgetting where I've been. Last month I was in the Bahamas. Last month I was in Antigua. The month before that I was in the Bahamas. I'm now in the US for 3 months, and then then after that I'm going back to the Bahamas for at least 2 months. Just a couple of weeks ago, before I came to the US, we actually got a house for 2 months rented right on the beachfront of the Bahamas. So it's pretty awesome right now what's going on. And Danielle has known me for quite some time, and there were several times where me and Danielle had conversations, and it was kind of like she almost joined me in one or two things, I think, but we just never quite did any business together. And literally, Danielle's probably watched me since I've been online. I was very much a shiny ball person. I promoted lots and lots of different things. Some were complete failures. Some were successes. I've been in companies where I was making reasonable income and then the company collapsed. I've kind of been through everything online, and about 5 months ago I just got to a point where I realized something major. I realized I was making steady money, nothing to like get too excited about, but I was paying bills and I was doing okay. But none of my team were duplicating my results. Now, for me, in online marketing, network marketing, home-based business, whatever you want to call it, affiliate marketing, if you're selling products and you're making money, but you're, especially if you're dealing with residual income and your team isn't duplicating your results, then you don't have any business long term. You seriously don't have any business. You really don't. So I kind of really had to take a step back and figure out what is my vision, what do I want to do, because right now I just feel like I'm promoting a ton of stuff. I was promoting some training programs on the basis of this training will grow your business, and the truth is I hadn't even through any of the training. I was just selling stuff to make money. I didn't really, I just didn't care. I was just wanting to make money. If I could pay my bills, whatever. And I just realized that this wasn't really me, wasn't really my vision. And I got focused on what my vision really was. And my vision was, to be able to travel, to be able to provide transparent leadership for people, because there's so much, I don't know if you guys agree with me, but there's so much hype on the internet. There's so much hype, you can come online and become a millionaire in the next 30 days. And I'm not saying that's impossible. I'm sure it's happened in some cases, but for the most people, for most average people, that's not realistic. And so as I was like getting focused on my vision, I happened to come across ILN through a long-term connection called Fraser McDonald, and I never joined the company originally to promote it. I just was looking at getting a little bit more training for some other things I was still promoting. And when I got on the inside, I was kind of blown away by two things. Number one, the community of people. I'd never seen anything like that online. There was such just a together atmosphere, a kind of what I would describe as a family atmosphere, an atmosphere where you would feel comfortable introducing your own mother or father or sister into it. And I dived into the training. I was like, oh my gosh, is this really available for like $37? Seriously, is this? Because I would pay probably $1,000 at least for the training, even at the $37 level. And on day one, after, for the first time probably ever, going through the training, I just realized that this was something that was very duplicatable, and I believed that the people I knew could finally get success with it. So I said to Fraser, hey, listen, I've gone through some of the training, I've seen enough, this is awesome stuff. How do I promote this? How do I promote this? And I think in my first 9 days, I brought in 40 people, something like that. And I never looked back. Obviously, I was working closely with Angie at the time. I remember, I'll shut up in a minute, Danielle. You probably want me to shut up now, right? Have I said too much, Danielle, already?
No, you're okay. This is actually good to hear. Just a quick comment. When you said you were promoting every other thing and you haven't done the training, I remember the feeling, now what? What is selling? Serious. That's serious. It's like if you're the type of person that just keeps promoting something new, my reaction was, now what? Yeah. Yeah,
so
very good point.
And even I myself was feeling like at one stage, now what? Because every day I had some new shiny toy to play with. That's how it was. I had tools to promote the tools. That's just the way it was. I literally dropped everything for ILN, and when I say everything, I mean everything. It's only been recently. And I'm not talking about business opportunities. I'm talking about genuine products that have helped me to make more money in ILN. It's only been very recently where I've started to my email list promote little products that are helping me to grow ILN. I literally dropped everything because I realized, this is just my opinion. Some people may disagree with it. That's okay. But for me, I realized that if you ever want long-term stability online, you have to get a six-figure income, a solid six-figure income inside one business. In my opinion, that is the way to succeed long-term. Trying to promote 2 or 3 different business opportunities will just take up too much of your time. And literally when I got to that point where I found my vision, I dropped everything else and I just got on board with ILN and I just promoted it at something that is mind-blowing. Angie, she came to me one day. Oh no, I went to her and I said, look, I've just watched a training inside ILN, and it was Mark Overson's 21 Steps to Closing. I don't know if any of you guys have watched that. Now, I watch that, and normally what I find is in any training, for 80% of it, I feel like I'm asleep, but 20% of it goes in, and I normally get at least one golden nugget from all training that I watch. And there was this just one line where Mark Overson talked about, what do you do with those people who seem like they're ready to join your business, but when it comes to joining, they're like, I think I'll do that next week or tomorrow, or I haven't got the money to do that yet. And he talked about saying, can I coach you on what you just said? Can I give you a coaching tip on what you just said? So I thought, yeah, this sounds good. I can't wait to try this out on the next person I speak to. like 5 minutes after I came off that training, somebody inboxed me and they were like, Ben, I've seen what you're doing online. I would like some one-on-one coaching with you. What's the cost? Now, I charged $9.97 for a various coaching package I did. Got talking to the guy about the price, and he was like, "Oh, that sounds good, but I can't afford that right now." So I just said, "Hey, I'll make up a name. Hey, Glenn, can I give you a coaching tip on what you just said?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure." I said, "You from taking action right now today in order to make your dreams come true ASAP." I said, you can wait till tomorrow, next week, or next month, but do you really think anything in your situation is going to change dramatically in that period of time? P.S. Do you get what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, that makes logical sense. Where do I send my 997 to? And I was like, training in ILN is so like simple but so profound, and you just get these really great little nuggets that work. As soon as I told Angie about I just made a 997 sale just through one little section of ILN training, she was like, "Send me a link. I got to take a look at that." And what I'm saying, guys, is just like there's so much value in this training. It's insane. Seriously, it's insane. I've just got so many little one-liners, and just Mark Overson and Vincent just have this amazing way of just like simplifying stuff. They just simplify everything. The community is amazing. I would say to anybody tonight who's on this webinar, I don't know who's watching, I don't know if there's people on here who are not in ILM watching, but I would say $37. I've invested 5 times the amount in lots of different products. I wasted hundreds, if not thousands, on crap, really, and ILN took me from broke to a 6-figure income in less than 4 months. Now, I want you to be realistic, because I like to be honest. I'd had experience online and I was well networked. Will you make 6 figures in less than 4 months? It's hard for me to say because I don't know what your experience is. But what I can say is this for definite. If you get on board and you get busy and you follow the steps of whoever you happen to partner with on this panel, then $500 to $1,500 residual in your first month is definitely realistic with this program. That's realistic. Are you going to become a millionaire in the next 60 days? Probably not. But can you make $500 to $1,500 in your first 30 days? I believe so with this program. In my first 21 days, I hit $1,000 residually, maybe a little bit more. It's definitely possible with this program. Awesome program. I could speak forever about ILN. And I can't see me promoting any other business for a long time to come. Not until I at least reach $50,000, which I believe can be done with ILN within the next 6 to 9 months for sure. Awesome program.
50,000 a month, right?
That's the goal for me, Danielle. When I joined ILN and I spoke with Vincent, he said, make it your goal to hit 50,000 with this company, and I hit 10K in less than 4 months, and I was like, when I did that, I was like, wow. I didn't start believing I could hit 50K, but when I got that 10K, I was like, okay, I can definitely see how that's possible now with this program. It's so powerful. The training's immense, and the compensation plan is so, it's insane how that works. It's insane how it works, seriously. I still can't explain it. It's way too powerful for me to even try and explain on a Hangout. You just got to watch the video and get on board with ILN.
Totally agree. Awesome, Ben. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's powerful stuff. Yeah, I mean, you want to do it, it can be done. Definitely be done. Okay, there's some names here I don't know.
You want me to, I can do some intros for you.
Left to right, I see someone in glasses with a microphone symbol on his. Oh, it's moving.
That's Craig. That's Butch's downline. That's Craig. And then we
Oh,
got,
correct. Okay.
we got Jude, we got Kimberly, we got Quinn, we got Susan McCook, we
Right.
got myself on here. So we're doing great. I just want to say one of the things that you touched on, Ben, is that I think you and I had that same. When I saw Mark Hoverson start training, I was just like, yeah, like all that bullshit before that I've seen is gone, and this guy is for real, and he was so for real. And I was just playing some stuff about, because my wife and I are building a product, and I was saying, you have to watch this. And she's a coach. She's like trained coach, and she's phenomenal and a Toastmaster, and she's an amazing speaker. But I said, watch this guy. And she started laughing at first, and then she was sucked in. And I swear, it was 45 minutes later, she just watched the whole video, and she goes, oh, yeah, that's just all value. And that's what I'm trying to tell people, for $1.23 a day, you get the apprentice level. For like $4 a day, you can have the guy that trains the big MLM guys. And I think that's what's so powerful. And just hearing you talk about it, like that passion that you see, like you just go, wow, yeah. But if you don't tune in and you don't pay attention, you don't follow steps, you're not going to get anywhere. So that's the whole thing. You have to spend some time and follow the training. And like we were saying before when we were chatting earlier, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here, and just throw on the wall what you think you're going to like and do, and find what works for you, what works best for you, because it may not, someone might do something that's not really your feeling, but if you go, yeah, I believe this, and you can pass that belief on to someone, it's so simple. It's just so simple, because it's just like, what, you're not going to do it? That's crazy, because I believe it so strongly. You just will believe it for me. I think that's the important thing, and that's what I've learned so much from Mark, and I was doing this for the last year and a half, building TEs and viral mailers and trying a whole bunch of crap that I just spent money on. So I'm just stoked to be here, and we're just going to keep growing. It's awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, that's perfect.
You know what, Daniel? Just before I jump off, because I'm actually just going through a training right now before I go to bed. But I'll just say one more thing. I'm known primarily for Facebook marketing and video marketing, and more recently, people know I've been diving into paid traffic and email marketing. But I mean, I knew a little bit about Facebook marketing before I got into ILN in terms of messaging and things like that. But inside of the ILN basic membership, there's a strategy which teaches you how to get free, unlimited targeted leads for any business using a tool that virtually everybody has got on their Facebook right now. They just don't know how to use it properly. That one strategy alone took me from, don't forget, I started ILM when it was available on a free 7-day trial. So I invested zero money to begin with. So I took a $0 investment at the time and used one strategy inside ILN to go from nothing to 10K plus in less than 4 months. I didn't pay a penny for advertising. The leads were completely free, guys. That was just one strategy. And you literally can take one strategy from inside just the basic level of ILN, and you can use that one strategy to go to 10K. I'm not talking about theory. This is something, none of us on this panel, I'm sure, teach theory. We talk about things that we have practically gone out and done. Now, my point is this. Imagine what happened when I got inside the pro level. I was like, you know what I mean? I used one strategy to go to 10K. The strategies that I got now, I'm learning about email marketing inside parts of the pro level and all. Glenn mentioned the other day, there's a training on how to create your own products, which is something I'm very interested in branching into. The training inside ILN will not only create you a 6-figure income inside ILN as a business, but you could literally take that training and create another 6-figure income just through learning how to create your own products, or learning how to build a list. There's so much in there. It's not just about you partnering with ILN. It's literally teaching you how to market regardless of what happens. If if ILN was to collapse tomorrow, I could use the info I've learned already to go out there and generate six figures by, designing my own product or through email marketing. It's seriously so much value. So one tip I would say is when you get on board, watch one training video per day and apply it to a social media platform like Facebook or YouTube, and learn how to master, like Facebook or YouTube, just one or two things over the next 90 days. And if you stick at it for 90 days and you apply the teachings of one video per day, you may not be at six figures, but you definitely won't be where you are now, which is potentially broke or not able to pay your bills. You'll definitely, be making 1, 2, 3, 4, probably even 5K. It's awesome. One strategy took me to 10K. So I'm going to shut up anyway, and I'm going to probably jump off and get back to this email training.
All right, awesome, Ben. Thank you very much. I appreciate you coming by, and very good point. This training we have works for any business. I'll mention this really quick before we move on to Craig. I talked to a woman the other day. She said, I'm already in ILN. I said, are you sure? Because I usually check, before I talk to people. She said, oh yeah, I'm under Angie. And she said, I've made over $250,000 over the past 2 years with my other businesses. I don't market ILN. She's just in it for the training. So that's pretty powerful stuff. Hey, Jude. All right, let's move on to, I'm moving left to right. Craig, unmute your mic, my friend. A little bit who you are, where you're from. I can't. There we go. I hear you now. Nope.
How
There you
about
go.
now?
I hear you now.
Okay, I'm from Boston. I joined a couple weeks ago. I'm taking it one step at a time. Right now, I'm involved in graph searching. Okay, I've met some people, many of whom know about ILN, and actually some who aren't in the program who know about the leaders of ILN. And I try a little bit every day, and I'm just going one step at a time. That's all I can say. I don't want to get into another issue that occurred last week that you know about. So I'm going to just leave it there. But I'm very pleased with the training that's involved. There's so much training that's available for people, and you don't get trained in other programs. You learn more in 1 week in this program than you can learn in months, and then people are there to help you. That's all I can say right now. But I'm pleased.
Yeah, good point. I mean, this is you got in because of the training. Actually, I think it's you realize, because we've known each other for years, that if you don't get the training, if the people you work with don't get the training, how are you going to have a duplicatable team? How are you going to have people to work with? So I think that's, a very good point. It's about training. It's about working with people with experience, and because other companies don't train. And that's really a difficult thing when you have people that don't know how to market, that you bring into a company and the company offers them nothing. That's why ILN is so successful. How you feeling, Craig? I know you had some serious health issues last week.
I'm feeling I'm
Not
starting
too
to
much
feel.
health.
I'm starting to feel. I'm starting to feel better. I'm starting
All
to
right,
feel
good.
better. The other
Awesome.
thing I wanted to say too was that I've been in. I don't want to say hundreds, but I've been in so many programs where my upline didn't do a thing to help me, nothing to help me. Whereas the people here are there for you. I can call up Butch, I can call up Danielle, and they're there, and it's a beautiful thing. So I'm all on, and I'm thankful I'm here.
Awesome, Craig. Yeah, thank you. Butch, why don't you share a little bit?
You know, everybody's heard my story. I've been a carpenter for 43 years, and throughout that 43 years, didn't have any companies that offered a retirement plan. So that's why I do internet marketing. Okay, because I get a little bit of Social Security, but it's not enough to do what to fulfill my bucket list. Let's put it that way. And Danielle and I have been doing business together for what is it, about 4 or 5 years now, and we've both been in a couple of other training companies, and they weren't bad companies; they were good companies. Jude was with one of them, in a couple of them with us, and they weren't bad, but and I'm sure Danielle felt the same thing. I felt that we kind of outgrew that training. And then, then I was like, okay, now what's next? And then Danielle told me about ILN, and at first it's like, oh, geez, another business opportunity, And, Danielle's pretty persistent, and that's what I love about her. She says, just go look at it, So I did, And I started looking at it, and I think it was about 3 days, and it's like, wow. There's training here, because I thought I'd seen all the training there is to see on the internet, because I've been in for years, and it's like there's stuff here that, pardon my French, but damn, I wish I would have had 5 or 6 years ago, and it's, I guarantee it's training that you can't find anywhere else but with ILN. So I jumped in. I didn't even bother with the free trial. I went right into apprentice level, and 2 minutes later right into the pro, because I saw the value. And I've been with them for 4 months now, and I believe with all my heart that every marketer needs what we have. We have something that nobody else has, and you can't get anywhere else. And I believe in it with all my heart. And whoever sent you here, man, get back with them, because I'm telling you, if you need training, and you're struggling, I hate to use that word, but you're at the right place at the right time, believe me.
Yeah, right on. That's awesome. Yeah, Butch is kind of stubborn sometimes. I said, just
Me?
look at it, And I'll tell you what, for all you people that think that you can't sign up a couple people, that you can't bring someone into your business, think about it. Do you know 2 people you could say, just do it? Because it's like I wasn't going to let Butch say no, because this was just too good. It was just too good. There's absolutely no way. You're not getting away from this one. This is just too good.
I did exactly the same thing with Craig.
Yeah.
My man.
Because it's just, some things are just too good. All right, Glenn, I'm going left to right. Glenn, real quick.
Glenn, I already did mine, didn't I? Well, I'm Glenn again. I've tried a bunch of internet stuff. I actually didn't know anything about affiliate marketing for a long time. I was a business networker. I belonged to a BNI. I was a director there, so I learned a lot about business networking, and didn't get into the affiliate marketing thing until, like I said, it was a year and a half ago, and I was introduced to another program similar to ILN, but completely different. And I said, I'm going to try this for a year, and I tried it. And what's actually great is that when I left there, I didn't have anybody under me, and when I joined ILN, in the first month, I made all that money back, which is the best part. I was like, wow, this is maybe I had to go through that to begin with, but it's really I'm here for you guys. I know Craig. I talked to you earlier today. I've helped Jude out, Susan, Kimberly. I'm here for you guys to really make you guys grow, because if you guys grow, it helps all of us grow, and just gets the word out there, and we have a unified message. So I'm so thankful for the training that's in ILN, and I can pass it on to other people, and then when they get it, they go in and get it, they can pass it on, and pass it on, and pass it on. And it's too bad that Quinn had to jump off, because Quinn is a leader. I just need him to get started. But the guy's an absolute leader, and I can't wait till he actually lights up, as they say, because he will. He just needs a bit of this kind of training, and this is so important that we're all on here every week. If you can get on here and do it, and just be supportive and grow, and you will, just by surrounding yourself with the people that are being successful in ILN, you will be successful. because you're gonna be in the movement and move along, and that's why it was so powerful having Ben on here for us. It's just fantastic to have someone that's telling us it's the goal is so reachable, and Danielle now, myself, and Kimberly, which we're seeing great success, and it just you guys just have to stick with it, and it will happen. Just be consistent. That's the only thing I say is just be consistent. So.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, it's very, very achievable. Jude, are you there? Can't hear you. Can't hear you. No, you just muted your mic. Can't hear you. Check your settings at the very top of the screen. There you go. Maybe. No? Say something? No. See if you can fix your mic, Kimberly.
Hello.
Oh, I hear Kimberly. Now speak up, Kimberly, because you got.
Shall I talk then?
I can hear you, but just speak up. Get close to the mic. You sound like you're coming from Pluto.
Oh, well, maybe I am. Come on, think about that. Hey, everybody here has been talking about how great the training is, and it absolutely is, so I'm not going to go into that a whole bunch more. I would like to say, though, the thing about ILN training versus any other training you've ever done is you're not learning to play a song. I mean, you're not being taught to sell this company's product. You're like learning how to read music. And then you can choose your instrument and find your voice and just go with it wherever you want to go. So it's really personal. It's not a cookie cutter thing, I don't know. Maybe a lot of people like that cookie cutter thing, but you can be who you are. That's what works here. And I think the other thing that we haven't really talked enough about is mindset. I am seeing myself and I'm seeing everybody around me just grow. I mean, just really grow on a personal level when you realize, for example, that fear isn't going to cut it in life. That courage is changing your default reaction to fear. So instead of fleeing from things, you're going out and grabbing it. And that's the kind of thing I think is really making a difference in a lot of people's lives. I mean, every single little thing that you challenge yourself to do because you're an ILN that you wouldn't have done before, it doesn't matter if it's perfect right away. But it matters that you do it. It goes back to, I think, Glenn's story about the potters and all that. Everything you do, even if it's pretty darn measly, you go, hey, I can do that. And you get better at it, and you keep doing it, and it becomes inspirational for others. I mean, so as much as, you can get all this great sales training, and I've been in sales since, selling real estate in the early 80s, you get a whole different mindset thing. You get a vibe going that truly people are attracted to our community because they go, hey, you guys are doing something special there, and we are.
Yeah, very cool. That's I think you just finished it. That's abrupt. Yeah, actually, very good point. Fear doesn't cut it. And I think what you're talking about is people are afraid to do something. Where it's actually you just have to stand up. Grow a backbone and go forward and just do it. But I see all these businesses that are promoting based on fear. Lock your spot. Pre-launch. Do it now. If you don't get in now, you're going to lose. Well, we are way too solid. We are way too powerful. We are way too consistent. That doesn't pertain. Get in now. Get in now. Lock your spot. That's not what it's about because we are like a university. You do your studies, take them in, work hard, do your homework. Do your homework means you apply what you just learned, and rather than getting something on a piece of paper, like a B, you get money. You get bills, dollar bills, currency. It's a way better program. And yeah, it's not cookie cutter. Because it's, when everyone comes out of school, as much as a university, when people come out of university, everyone is still pretty much individual. They all have their learning and they all go about it in their own particular way. And that's pretty much the way we are too. This is not cookie cutter. which is good because that's the last thing you want to see. People doing all the same things. Jude, did you fix your mic? Jude, did you fix your mic? Okay. Susan?
No, Susan doesn't have a mic on, so I just
Oh.
wanted to touch on a few things. You know, it's that doing the small steps every day is so important, and you know, following the training, because what just like Ben said, you know, 20% of it probably sinks in. I a lot of times I put it on at night and I'm watching it, and I sometimes fall asleep to it, but it's still subliminally going in. But I think if you watch the training, you apply it, and then you teach it, you actually learn it more. And I've preached this for so long on everything I do. Don't just memorize something, learn it and then teach it, because the minute that you have to explain it to someone, you're ingraining it in yourself, because you have to actually understand it completely before you can explain it to someone. And that's so important. So when you're doing the training, because we're all leaders here. We are. We are entrepreneurs, and that gives us that leader blood. And we're given these tools to exercise that entrepreneurial spirit that we have. So take it. I don't think internet marketing is for followers. It's for leaders. So you learn to get your leader stride on. And like I said, when you're teaching someone, you have to really understand it. So you have to apply it, and then you can explain it, because you know what? You're not remembering what it is. You're just telling what it is. It's like anything. Once you've mastered it, it's no longer you're pulling from memory. You're just explaining because that's what it is. You know, it's like math, or it's like breathing, or it's like walking. You just do it. So I think it's so important to don't miss out. And like Ben was saying, like do a lesson a day. If you're not doing a lesson a day, you're hurting yourself, right? You really do a lesson a day. And if you haven't gone pro, go pro, because this is what's in, and this is what is in like apprentice. This is what's in pro. Like it's massive. But apprentice, like, you know, if you have to start there, it's phenomenal stuff. But just think of like that's just one portion of what is in the pro training. And then, you know, the CEO stuff, which I'm also in, is even more. You know, I haven't even got there yet. I've been going through the first stuff. So yeah, I just really, and like I keep saying, hit me on Skype. Just ask me. I'm here. I will critique you. I will help you, because I'm having great success. I brought in a lot of people. A lot of them have dropped off. That's okay. I keep bringing in more people, and just, you know, here for you. So whenever you need help, and if you're on the call, you know, come to get, if you're under one of these people that brought you here, you get access to all of us. So don't worry about who you know, sign up with the person that introduced you to this, to ILN, because you get all of us, and we'll give you all the support you absolutely need.
Yeah, very good point. You know, and obviously, you know, we talk about the value of ILN, what it has to offer, all this training, all the support, all the, you know, the people. I mean, it's amazing, not just us, but there's this whole huge community, family of people, but you get what's current as far as marketing. You know, you always hear me say seems like people are marketing like it's 2004. Well, the leaders, you know, some leaders in ILN are producing their own trainings and adding it to the university. What are they adding? Exactly what took them to these six-figure incomes. It's current. It's like, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what's working. Here's what I'm doing. It's not a secret, which is really amazing. So you know, as marketing continues to change and evolve, so does our training. So does, you know, how we do things. You have to. It's like if you're on a dance floor and they change the beat, you better get in the groove, because you're going to get bumped around and, you know, beat up. You have to do it, and you can't just say, I'm going to do it my way, and, you know, which could be a beeline diagonally across the dance floor, because you're going to get beat up. You know, you need to get with the groove, and it's constantly changing. Constantly. I know Angie's coming out with training. I mean, other people have come out with training. It's just they're adding like there's something new in the how to bring in 1,000 people into your business in 2 months. That's part of the $37. If you don't know how to do it, my goodness, this is not hype. This is fact. They've done it. They're sharing exactly what they did. It's like if it wasn't a no-brainer before, it's certainly a no-brainer now.
And I think what's really cool too is Ben saying, you know, he had internet marketing experience before. You've had internet marketing. So let's say you get 1/10 of his success, right? You're still doing great. It's still only costing you $132 a month, and you're bringing in a grand or $1,500 a month. Like that's insane amount of profit for your investment, right? And if you're doing it right, you can really scale back the time you're spending there. If you get a system that's working, you can just boom, 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 put it out, go away, do your day, come back, answer your messages.
It's not about how much experience you have.
No.
Ben has way less experience than I do. I'm considerably older than he is. Why is he doing so well? Because he follows the plan very well. You almost would be better off having no experience and following the step-by-step blueprint, the roadmap, everything is just laid out for you. It's the people that think they know so much, that think there's a better way, are usually the ones that don't do as well as the people who are just totally greenhorn, newbie, who just come out of nowhere and just start signing up 40 people in their first 21 days. It's really, don't think that you have to have experience, because you don't. You have to just be able to follow directions.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it is 8 o'clock. Are we going to, anybody got anything left to say? We should make it a wrap.
I'm good.
Soon. Butch, you got anything? You're good. Thank you guys. I think this was great. I'll get it posted up so everyone can share it, and yeah, and we'll make sure you make events for next week. So I think we had at one point I think we had 9 or 10 viewers on here. So we're doing great.
That's only on this site.
That's only on this site. This is what I'm seeing. So I don't know where it's going on the rest of it, but that's where we're going on here. So, anyways. And no one else got anything else to say, so we're good to go.
We're good.
Thank you very. You want to do your sign off, Danielle?
Why do I usually say something? I
Yeah.
can't.
Do the peanut butter thing. Come on.
Oh, make your own peanut butter. My goodness, because it's so much better when you do it yourself.
Wait a minute, I got mine. If your boss can't afford a Cadillac Escalade, you can be certain that boss is going to make sure you can't afford one either.
Absolutely.
Goodbye.
Exactly.
All right,
Cheers,
thanks.
guys. Bye.